Hello and welcome back to another OmniHeroes video. In this video we're just going to 8-star Wukong. Now the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to go through the Oath Recall event. I already have him at 6 stars, and I just wanted to check on something here. So we go into Advancing Quest. If you have a look, it doesn't count towards Wukong because I've already got him at 1 star. I should be able to unlock this, but I can't. Now why? I don't know. But it is what it is. So let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to go and summon for him. First things first, we'll get our diamond summons out of the way. So we'll go ahead and summon for him. Hopefully getting him quite early on, but looks like we might not. So second summon. Nope. Third summon. Nope. Fourth summon. We'll see. No, we got a Medusa. Shame. The rate's up to 3, but we know we're going to get a copy of him anyway, because of the guaranteed within the first 50 summons we'll get a copy of him anyway. So Clotho in this one, and Wukong as the last unit, as sort of a pity. Now we do have 32, so what I'm going to go and do is go into premium packs. Let's go ahead and pick this one up using Oath Crystals. If you've not seen Oath Crystals before, just before I use them, I'm just going to go and show you where you can get them. So if you go into Recharge, go into your Common Shop, and you go into Crystal Pack, this is where you can pick them up. So you can use these Oath Crystals to purchase anything in the game. So any of these that do require money, you can go ahead and pick up. So if I were to go ahead and try buy this, I can get 99 Oath Crystals for 99p, or I can use 99 Oath Crystals to do it. So go to Oath Recall, and Advancing Quest still not there. That's a shame. But we are going to pick these up using Oath Crystals. So as you can see, you can use Oath Crystals to pick up 2 of these. And then I think that will be it for me. With regards to that, we've got enough to summon 50 times to get up to the rebate. If you don't know, if you perform 100 summons during the event, you get this ticket, which allows you to get any one of the new units and any one of the season 3 units as well. And the same is true if you get up to 200. So we could go ahead and claim that now, but we're not going to. We're going to go ahead and summon. And I very much doubt that we'll get another copy of him. It just is. It is what it is. So go ahead and summon 5 times. Hopefully we get a 12. No, just a 3. So you do get a super chance every time you summon, which means that in the next 15 minutes, if I summon again, my rate goes up by 3, and then it goes up by 12 as well. So we did get Dullahan, which is, you know, actually I do need a copy of Dullahan, because he's become quite a relevant character, shall we say. So rate goes up to ×5 to get a legendary summon, but this is the last summon that we're going to do. And yeah, we get another copy of Wukong, so I can get him up to 4 stars now. That's actually really good. Really, really good. I'll take that. Thank you very much, game. Looks like we have been blessed, so we can get another copy of Wukong here. So let's go ahead and go into here. We will fuse all and get our units. We'll go ahead and pick up a copy of Wukong. Now you can also pick up a copy of Dahlia with these. I would probably, as it stands at the moment, I think if you do get this ticket and you already have Wukong, because I've got him at 3 stars now, do I really need him at 4 stars? I don't know. Do I need Dahlia at 4 stars? Maybe. But what you've got to take into consideration as well is that if we go into our Hall of Heroes here, you do get the rebate. So as you can see, I've got 40 shards for Dahlia. If I get up to 300 this round, I'll be able to pick up a copy of her. If I don't, then I can get it on the next one, or on the final Abyss Crusade. So if we go into Abyss Crusade here, as you can see, I've not started it yet. We do have a quest because we bought an item in the Abyss shop, but where am I going? What was I doing then? Ah yes, I remember. And we can find it another way. Go into limited events, go all the way over, Abyss Crusade. If you get up to 50 challenges, you'll get a copy of Dahlia as well. And I know that there's going to be another Abyss Crusade on. And that will be the final Abyss Crusade. So you'll get, in total, if you've got up to 50 attempts per time, then you'll you'll have a 20 shards for Dahlia. So you would just need to get up to this 300 summons 6 times out of, I believe, 8. And I think there's one a week on, and some are a bit longer than others. But this one's 3 days, and then there'll be a gap of 3 days where the relic rebate's on, and there'll be another advanced summon as well. So if you do miss out on your shards of Dahlia, there's always chances to pick them up, as well as in the treasure hunt quest as well. So the treasure hunt rewards, you can pick up 10 shards of Dahlia through that as well. So just something to keep in mind. There is plenty of time still to save up for Dahlia. Do I think that I should be getting a 4-star Dahlia or a 4-star Wukong? Couldn't say. I've already got Mulan up to 3 stars for her striker synergy, and I don't suspect I'll need anything more for Mulan, because it's not her damage that's the real kicker for Mulan. It is her burn effect that's applied. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause now. I'm going to go ahead and level Wukong up, and then we'll jump into some gameplay for him. Right, so we've got Wukong up to 3 stars now. What I wanted to mention, just very quickly, is the ability that unlocks at 7 stars, which is the Oneness Mastery. I've mentioned it before, and I think it's going to be a really powerful effect this season specifically. So whenever Wukong triggers the swap effect, Wukong and the ally gain 1 stack of Holy Shield, and Wukong performs a basic attack. When Wukong uses a basic attack, there's a 50% chance to dispel 1 buff from the enemy. What I wanted to test out is whether or not that will work with Dahlia, but let's go ahead and Synergy Archive. Let's advance him, get him as much attack and defense as possible. And on the Protector synergy as well. Just to mention, now that we do have his Protector synergy unlocked, he does work with both Katrina and Karnak as well. And I'll go through that very quickly here, just advising what the Protector synergy does. So we will we'll keep this in. We're going to take you out, and then we're going to build that the Ethereals team as well. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to pop in Dahlia in this case. I'm going to pop in Masterma, and the reason that I'm going to pop Masterma in is because of the Deviant synergy that we do get with Wukong. So Wukong, now we have 3 protectors, so we have Karnak, Wukong and Katrina, which means that defense of all allies increases by 5% every round. For me, the protectors synergy, this isn't good enough at 3, because at 3 with the striker synergy, you're increasing your attack by 25% every round. It's just mental what the difference is. Now this will play in very well with Wukong. So increase defense of all allies by 10% every round. When received an active attack, there is a 30% chance to reposit with a basic attack that deals 50% damage once. That basic attack is something that you should keep in mind. And then there's a 30% chance if you've got 5 protectors in. So we'll just explore that very quickly. But first, let's jump into this, and we'll just see how well Wukong is going to do. So as you can see, we've got the Deviant synergy, we have the Royal synergy, we have the And we have the Protector's synergy as well as the Ethereal synergy. So we've got 5 Ethereals here as well. So let's just go ahead and see how well Wukong does perform. So as you can see, we haven't switched yet. So even if he were to do a basic attack, he wouldn't. It wouldn't do multiple instances of damage. It wouldn't do multiple stacks of damage. So we'll just see how much damage he's doing here. That's a fair chunk. Let's compare that to Eudora here. Now, we do gain a 20% crit chance, I believe, from Masterma being on the field. And he's looking much better already, if I'm honest. Getting him up to 3 stars, he's looking much better. His defense is going up as well. So just something to keep in mind. We do get the stuns. Now that wasn't too much damage on his second one, doing less than Eudora, and he's now around the same star level as my Eudora. The only difference is the legendary runes that she's got. But I have, funny enough, I have dodge runes on Eudora, only because I had sort of 2 unique dodge runes for Eudora anyway. So I thought, get the unique effect in rather than the DPS effect. It'll do much better for me. So yeah, still, of course, we're not able to outdamage Eudora even at the 3-star mark, and we still haven't triggered this swap effect yet. So like I mentioned before, in the last video, the problem with Wukong is it's the on death. So yeah, shame, it's a miss. The fact that an enemy needs to, or an opponent needs to kill somebody. So he did switch there. So whenever an enemy does, whenever an ally kills an enemy, it seems as though it does switch, or he does switch with the person that he's in the row with. So it's not as bad as I thought it was. So that Holy Shield protected us from Themis attack here. So it is a very good effect. Now we've increased our defense in total by 30%. So it's quite a powerful effect, but he's still not outputting. I think it's just because Eudora's on the team. You know, she's putting out a lot of the work here. So we didn't trigger the swap effect from the execution from Karnak. So we'll just see here. So we did switch, and we did do another basic attack here. And we'll just see whether or not we get the switch. Yeah, so we did get the switch, and we got the switch again. So I can see how it could build up, especially against an Avengers team or against a Phantoms team. I think it will be very effective. But it's only in those specific instances where it's going to be effective. So just something to keep in mind. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out those 2, Eudora and Masterma. And let's go ahead and pop in Dahlia as well, so his best friend, and we'll get these numbers up a little bit. So we'll put Spear in, we'll go ahead and pop in Crown, giving us 10% attack, and we will pop in the Knight's Edge as well, giving us 10% attack. Now we don't have the Holy Shield or the Deviant synergy active for him. As it stands, we still have his Protector synergy, and we have his Royal synergy as well active. So we've got 3 Royals, but other than that, this is just sort of raw Wukong. We'll see how much more damage he's doing. In the last one, he wasn't super impressive. We did finish them off, but I mean, at that point, you've already won. If you're already killing enemies, at that point, I think really you've already won. So, you know, just something to keep in mind. So we get our attack, max HP increases as well. Okay, so because Dahlia triggered the swap then, it didn't activate for Wukong. So that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a real problem. So you notice when we did the swap just then, because Dahlia attacked, we didn't get the the buff, it is only when Wukong triggers the swap, and Wukong will only trigger the swap when an enemy dies, and that is that's not good. Let's see what sort of damage he's doing. So he's doing much higher damage. Let's see. So yeah, Dahlia able to take a lot of them out. She did kill somebody, so we did trigger the swap. She did get that stack of Holy Shield in as well. Now we swapped quite a bit, and that was that was quite good. I quite like that. But at this point, we're already winning. We don't need a stronger Wukong. We need Wukong to be stronger when he's yeah, we need Wukong to be stronger at the start. It's great that he got super powered up. So let's go ahead and just check his stats out. Yeah, so Katrina outdamaged him there because Atrops was on the team, and Dahlia outdamaged him. He's got full runes, full DPS runes, not unique, but full DPS runes. Let's jump into going to season, go into chaotic space, and then we'll try this same level that we tried in the previous ones, so the Ethereals, and we'll go for the Elysians team. So as you can see, we've got full Elysians here. What I will do is I think I may take these two out, and we'll put Alma and Atrops in as well. We do have the same setup, so we've got the dodge and the dodge chance with the shield, and we do have the speedy boots as well. What I might do is increase crit a little bit. Oh, not crit. We will increase damage boost as well. So these are the relics. We went through those in the previous video. If you're not seen it already, go and check it out. If you want more explanation on it. But again, we'll just see how much damage Wukong is going to be able to put out this time round. Now, we don't have the Elysians buff up, but we should be able to see Wukong do some fantastic work in this as well. Just because of the swap effect with Dahlia, hopefully we can start stacking those Holy Shield. There is something a bit weird which I've seen. I don't know if anybody can tell me what it is, but whenever I see a unit trigger the swap effect, they will they'll get damage, or they'll take damage like that just then. I don't know what that is. Maybe reflect damage. I really don't know, but effectively you lose the Holy Shield that you've gained. It's a bit weird. Maybe it's just to stop Holy Shield stacking infinitely with this team. Could be. Not too sure. But we do get the stacks in here. So Wukong triggering that swap effect here. So he's built up quite a bit already. So very powerful within the seasonal synergy. And I suspect that in time, or if we had the right Elysian setup, we could potentially do a lot more damage. So let's see. So 3,800, yeah, so that's not bad. And he's doing the same amount of damage from his basic attack that he is doing from his ultimate attack, which I think is going to be very effective as well. We just need these guys to hit and miss, really, so we can start triggering those swaps. So yeah, as you can see, he's doing a wedge of damage. He's doing more than Cell at the moment, but again, we don't have the Elysians field up, or the Mystic Fountain up at the moment. So yeah, 1,000 million just on a basic attack. That's very powerful. That is very powerful this season. And it's every time he triggers the swap effect, he'll do that basic attack. That's really good. That's really, really good. So as you can see, we get the miss and then we get the hit here. So he is attacking quite a bit, and he is doing the business, should we say. That's quite nice to see. It's quite nice to see. And the Holy Shield apparently does stick with Dahlia. Not too sure why. But he is giving those stacks of Holy Shield as well. But again, it's just the fact that we're taking damage when we swap like that. Like Sal's just taking that damage there. His holy shield popped. It's a bit weird. I don't know what that is. Again, if somebody can explain to me what it is, it'd be really appreciated. So yeah, Sal just picking up all these attack stacks. That's because of the runes that he's got, his legendary runes. He gets 15% attack. I mean, that's a chunk of damage that he's doing. Not on his active skill, but on his basic attacks here. That is quite a powerful effect. And then, yeah, so he's not doing nearly as much damage as Sal is. But then again, Sal is broken this season. Like they absolutely broke him with this healing stuff. It's really quite funny. But I think this is the extent of so Wukong, I think, is fully built up now. We are getting those 10 hits from swapping. So let's go ahead and change this out. Let's go ahead and see how much damage. So yeah, Sal outputting the most damage, but Wukong putting a respectable 38 million out as well. So just something to keep in mind. Let's go ahead and change this up. I'm going to take out Atrops and I'm going to put in if we put in Audrey. No, in fact, we're going to put Janna in. And the reason that we'll put Janna in is just because she'll be able to provide shield as well. We'll keep Elmer in just as, just because he's going to keep us alive till round 15, and we want to see what the end result is. So we get this Elysian synergy up now. There is only 4 Elysians on the team. I think potentially after this one, we can have a look at switching Elmer out and putting the full 5 Elysians in, just to see what sort of damage numbers we're looking at with the full 5 Elysians in. There we go, so we're building up, getting that holy shield stacks in. Again, Wukong and Sao both taking damage when they swap. Bit of a pain, to be honest. But again, I think that's just so they can't stack holy shields infinitely. I think that's the only reason, honestly. So we've got 5 in total now, 5 stacks he's triggered, and we're not even in turn 1. So he does build up quite quickly. Let's see what sort of damage we're outputting here with his ultimate skill. It's a shame he doesn't do anything on ultimate. So he does trigger the basic attack as well when he switches. So Sal up to 360 million at the moment. And remember, this is without Atrops support as well. So we're not getting that attack. Sal up to 239. That's alright. And then up to 1,000 million there, just with 1 basic attack. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad, but it's not great. I don't know if it's gonna if getting an 8-star Wukong is gonna get you through the last bits of Rift Odyssey on Hell difficulty. I just don't think it will. But there may be smarter people out there than me who know how to use him properly, or if they've got a better strategy for using him. These are just the numbers that we're putting up at the moment. So as you can see, he's up to 3,000 million per basic attack now. And every time we dodge, we will get that basic attack. Every time we switch, we'll get that basic attack. So he is going to be doing a lot of damage. And I can see where they were going with this, with the Elysian synergy. In that if he was switching with everyone, it would make it a lot more complicated, but I think he would have more chance to switch, if that makes sense. But we'll see how things go. So now we've got the sort of 60% attack increase. Elmer doing minimal damage. Janna doing minimal damage. Wukong, again, it's not a lot compared to his basic attack, where he's doing 1,000. Dahlia, again, not doing too much. And then we've got the benchmark of Sal doing 16,000. And it's alright, he's doing okay, but it's not like he's infinitely able to stack. He's putting more out. No, he's not. He's not putting more out. He's still at that sort of 1,000 million per basic attack. So the more basic attacks that he can do, the better. So like here we go. But Sal's still putting those basic attacks out. Sorry, putting out his big attacks. You know, it's very powerful. So that's 3,500 million that we saw him do. How much is Sal's basic attack? Yeah, we got a miss. So we can't even compare. That's a shame. So Janna down. And that'll push Sal's basic attack up even further, which is great. Oh, it'll push his ultimate and his active skill up even further. So Sal is now doing 4,000 million per. But that's with that perfect linking partner of Dahlia in there as well. So Wukong, what, 10,000? 10,000 million? No, just 1,000 million. And then his basic attack outperforming his ultimate damage. Which is strange to see. But it is what it is, you know. He's still doing respectable amounts of damage though. Yeah, so he's sticking around that mark of 1,700, and then if he follows up, he'll do 3,000 million, which again it's respectable, but it's not at the level that he needs to be. So he got up to 6,000 million there for a basic with all crits. Maybe if you built him in a crit build, might potentially work out better. Again, that is too low. It's too low for me. Maybe I'm missing something with him. Maybe I've not, you know, thought about something. If I have, please do let me know in the comments below. But for me, it's not enough. He's not doing enough damage to be able to progress through. And it's cool that he retaliates like this. It's cool that every time he switches, he does a basic attack, so you sort of guarantee that trigger. So every time he switches, so if he dodges an attack with this build, he'll get a basic attack, and then he'll follow up because he's switched with another basic attack. It may potentially work very well in PvP, but it just depends on, I guess, your opponents and also what build you're going for with this as well. So yeah, up to this sort of 6,000 million per basic attack, but Sal's up to 15 million as well. So again, you take in mind, take into consideration, Sal is busted this season. He really is. We'll get this final round of Ultimate Sim. Yeah, so still reasonably low level. It's nothing to write home about. It's more than Dahlia is doing, but I mean, Sal 79,000. This isn't even at full. 79 million. It isn't even at full thingy. So that was a total of what, 15? It says 3,000 million. Yeah. Yeah, so potentially if you get his runes all with increase his basic attack or increase his attack, if you get those effects on his unique runes, then potentially he can do significantly more damage, I suspect. So just check his runes out. So what's his rune skill? Okay. Well, that's very powerful. That's a really powerful effect. If you get your red runes, after triggering the swap effect, Wukong has a 100% chance to copy the buffs of an ally he swapped position with. That is going to be... Wow. I didn't even realise that was those were his runes. Okay, alright. So, if you get his red runes this season, which will cost you upwards of £4,000, I believe, for his runes for this season, then he's going to be really good. And the reason for that is because of the Elysian synergy. Now, once all of those wear off, he's going to go back to being, you need Dahlia on the team. And you need those two in the front slots. Because otherwise, he's just going to sort of... I don't know. I'm undecided on him. Should you summon on him? Yeah. If you like the look of him and you think that you can do something tricky with him, yeah, absolutely. Go for gold. But for me personally, he's outputting fair amounts of damage. Damage that I would expect to see. He's got quite high speed as well, so he does strike first. Might be better in PvP, but I'll need to do some more testing for that as well. But for now, yeah, that's it. I'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. And if you do have any questions or anything that I've missed, please do let me know down below. If you can like and subscribe, really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.